Hello children, I am Priya Tripathi, your English teacher. I hope you all are well at home. Today in English literature, we'll study the poem The School Boy by William Blake. So in this poem, we have to see that why the school boy is not happy. What makes him unhappy? Why does he compare himself to a bird that lives in a cage or a plant that withers when it should blossom? We'll get all the answers by reading this poem. So let's discuss it. Let's read about the poet first. William Blake, lifespan is 1757-1827, was a famous poet, painter, and engraver. Blake was a radical and an anti-authority figure who wrote against all kinds of tyranny. His paintings and poetry have been characterized as part of the Romantic movement and was referred to as pre-Romantic. He wrote many famous poems such as To Autumn, The Tiger, and The Garden of Love. Let's discuss the poem now. First line is, I love to rise in a summer morn when the birds sing on every tree. The distant huntsman winds his horn, and the skylark sings with me. Oh, what sweet company. The small child is saying he really likes to wake up in summer when birds are singing on each and every tree, and the distant huntsman winds. When the winds blow, some kind of sound comes, right? So he likes this kind of sound. And the skylark sings with me. Skylark is a kind of bird who is singing with this child. Oh, what sweet company. So all of them are giving this child a beautiful company and the boy is liking it. But to go to school in a summer morn, oh, it drives all joy away. Now the child is saying, I like to wake up, I like to hear the song of the birds, but when it comes to go to school, it takes my all the joy from me. Why so? Why the child is saying so? Under a cruel eye outworn, the little ones spend the day in sighing and dismay. Here the child is expressing his feelings and feelings of the small children. He is saying, under a cruel eye outworn. A cruel eye outworn means his teachers. Maybe teachers are really very strict with him. That's why he is thinking in this manner. And he is saying that throughout the day in the school, he has to survive in sighing and dismay. Means in terror, we can say. Then at times I drooping sit and spend many an anxious hour, nor in my book can I take delight, nor sit in learning's board, worn through with the dreary shower. Now the child is expressing that when I don't have any interest and I'm in terror, then I'm sitting quietly. I don't have any interest in anything. I spend many an anxious hour. If you will not take interest in study, what will happen to you? You will sit in the class getting bored. Nor in my book can I take delight. And this child is not able to take delight, take pleasure in his book also. Nor sit in learning's board. And where all are learning, I am not able to learn a single thing, the child is saying. Worn through with the dreary shore. And he is saying that the teacher who is showering continuous lectures which seems boring to the child, he is not able to understand that. How can the bird that is born for joy sit in a cage and sing? Now the child is saying, comparing himself to a bird, that a bird which is born for joy sit in a cage and sing. How can that bird be in a cage and sing? Similarly, the child wants to say that how he can enjoy if he is in a classroom and he is not free. How can a child, when fears annoy, but droop his tender wing and forget his useful spring? Similarly, he is saying about himself that similarly, how can a child, when fears annoy, when he is feeling fear and he is annoyed, he and his wings which are not free, so how can he think about his youthful spring? Everything the child will forget. O father and mother, if buds are nipped and blossoms blown away, and if the tender plants are stripped of their joy in the springing day by sorrow and care's dismay. Similarly, he is comparing himself with birds. Birds, children, that flowers, buds are there, na, small one, that only, and blossoms blown away. Suppose that buds are there, if they will not bloom, before they bloom, it will be blown away. So what will happen? It will never blossom. Similarly, and if the tender plants which are very soft, small, new plants we can say, are stripped of their joy in the springing day by sorrow and care's dismay, then how the plants will grow if they will be destroyed before they grow? How shall the summer arise in joy, or the summer fruits appear? Or how shall we gather what griefs destroy, or bless the mellowing ear, when the blasts of winter appear? So similarly, this boy is saying that how shall the summer arise in joy, means when such kind of pleasant weather comes, which is called summer, if it will not be free, then how it will arise in joy, how it will be happy? Or the summer fruits appear, so how the fruits will appear in this summer? Or how shall we gather that griefs destroy? When the weather is good, you gather with your friends or family or relatives and then you enjoy, so that your grief is not there with you, means your mood is so fresh and good. Similarly, this boy is saying, or bless the mellowing ear, and then when we are happy, we bless the ear, means coming year, when the blast of winter appears. So when the blast of winter appears, then we think good about the summer, that okay, we enjoyed a lot in our summertime. So this boy wants to say here that if we are free, then only we can enjoy. But if we are not free, we have to be in the classroom, we cannot do our activity whatever we want, we cannot enjoy the beautiful pleasant weather, then I am not at all happy, and no child is happy at all. So the child wants to be free and wants to do whatever he wants to do. Now, children, here one assignment is there for you all. You have to write 8 lines poem, The Schoolboy, with its poet name in your fair copy. As always, you are doing. Okay? Thank you.